Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today I'm doing some tier lists, and this tier list is the Fnaf games tier list, which I'm gonna rank every Fnaf game that's ever been created, even the ones I like Freddy in Space, which I honestly didn't know existed. I never played them before. I forgot. Actually, totally forgot about this. Well, actually, I didn't know two Freddy in Space existed, and I kind of knew that. Actually, I don't think that's the game Freddy in Space. I think it's just a whole different game in itself. Anyways, I'll rank them all. I'll just try. I think I know a little bit about them, so I'll be like, okay. So let's get on with the ranking. First game, obviously, is first. Freddy Fazbear's Freddy's. So this is a normal game. It's a definitely mid tier game. It's just like a citizen survival. Back in 9 years ago when it came out, it's been 9 years actually. I think since the game came out I want to say 2014, 13, I don't know. If it's 2014, 8 years ago, 2013, 9 years ago, it's been a long time. This game was really fun back in the day, but now I feel like it's pretty easy, but still, the quality of the game and the jump scares are still pretty good for when you play the game, and it's still a good challenge to do when you're bored. Play 420 mode, because it's not that hard and like, as honestly possible. So I'll give Five Freddy's a simple B tier, mid tier. Because it has some better games, it's got some worse games. Come here, we have Fnaf 2. Also, pretty good game. Honestly, I think I like Fnaf 2 a decent amount, not as much as Fnaf 1. Only problem is I used to play on the mobile ports a lot, and the mobile ports of Fnaf 2 were just god awful. So I was always like, okay, I'm not gonna play this. I don't hate this. Golden Free mode sucks. Everything is just crap about the game. But then the game's kind of hard. Actually, the game's really annoying sometimes with the Foxy and the Marionette, and sometimes you can't really hear things on the side. You gotta listen well and try to be good at the same time. But it's kind of hard. So but overall, FNAF 2 is a decent game. I guess came out at the same time as FNAF 1. But not as good as FNAF 1, obviously. But it's not. I actually don't like the game that much. When I first came out, I was like, I was iffy about the game. Second one, a D tier. Sorry, everyone who likes FNAF 2. But FNAF 2 is alright. Next up is FNAF 3. I think FNAF 3 is honestly one of the better games. It's one character killing you game. Springtrap is a really good character. Other characters like Phantom BB, Phantom Freddy, Phantom Chica, Phantom Foxy, and Phantom Marionette, and Phantom Mangle. They're all good characters, but they don't kill you. But it's still pretty good. It makes the challenge hard. And the game actually, started making the game actually kind of look weird because they added actual mini game to part of the plot. A whole new thing where you do mini games to get another star to unlock the good ending of the game. And also a nightmare mode, which is pretty challenging. There's no nights having in this game. This game's pretty good to play when you're bored. And also try to get the extra third star. And try to be aggressive mode if it's aggressive mode or nightmare mode. It's still pretty fun. So I'll give one a solid A tier. A tier works well for this game. I think I like it a lot. So FNAF 4. FNAF 4, I have a love-hate relationship with the one. FNAF 4 is actually really easy, in my opinion. It's 4 stars, and 4 stars are pretty good, easy to get. My hard part about this game is actually Nightmare. But overall, it's pretty easy to understand them. You just gotta check the side. You gotta hear what side he's on, and just go check the side when you don't hear him for a couple seconds. And overall, the game is pretty easy. It's a lot of just listen to things, try to understand where he's moving from left to right, from if it's Bonnie or Chica or Foxy or Freddy. Honestly, not that hard. It's actually an kind of easy game. The quality is decent. I wouldn't say it's a high game. It's just an average FNAF game. FNAF 5 is pretty easy because it's just Fredbear. And Fortnite Plush Up is a new thing, but now it's cool. So I'll give this game a solid C tier. C tier works for this. Ultimate Custom Night. So this game is a good challenge. I love the challenge. It's just thinking about the game. They have some weird characters like Trash in the Gang or Helpy and some random characters that you think would never be in the game, like the mediocre Mellies were in the game. I was used to probably you would see old Freddy, old Foxy, Phantom Foxy, Phantom Chica, Phantom Freddy, Nightmare Chica as a main character. She's in the game, but she's not a main character. Those are some main characters. Why did they add some random characters? But overall, this game is actually really great. First game I've ever got Five Freddy's on the computer. Honestly, best game. great. I love it. S plus tier. I don't know why this tier has an S plus tier. I don't know. I just like okay. I'll just use it because it's like the best game in the franchise. I think. As a challenge. It's a scary game. I never find this game like that's scary, but that's just me. I kind of watch the game before it's being played, so I know how everything's gonna be. And I'm like, okay, not so scary. So I just put it at a solid S tier, plus S plus tier. My bad. And yeah. So yeah. FNAF VR Help Wanted. So this game, the quality is pretty good, honestly, but overall, I never played the game before, and I never want to play the game because it looked like I saw it. I don't know how VR hits that, but it looked kind of complicated to play the game, and I don't want really like complicated when I'm playing Five Nights at Freddy's. I kind of want it just scary and kind of like a challenge, you know. I want scary, like I want a nice storyline and and scaries, and that's what I kind of got what I get from that's kind of what I get from Help Wanted. So I'm gonna get one a good C tier. Honestly, the game is pretty good. The Crystal Dreadbear is not this one. I think it's probably just Help Wanted itself. It's not. It's kind of it's a separate DLC, but still part of Help Wanted, I guess. But overall, just both I'll put them in the same game. Again, pretty complicated, but it's a VR game. It's a big game. Costs a lot. It's also a good game. Also a decent game, but I gotta put it in a C tier because it's not up to standards as the other games in the series. FNAF Pizzeria Simulator. Honestly, second game I got on this franchise because it was also again free, and I have all these games except for some of them. But overall, this game is actually really fun. But I usually play without risk, and when I do play with risk, it's actually really scary. The game's actually like one of the scariest games in the franchise. Honestly, I think it's one of the better games in the franchise. I like this game a lot. I think I don't know. I'm surprised I put a higher in Five Nights at Freddy's 1. I'm thinking about doing that, but it's honestly a great game. Like, the mechanics are great. You have like a weird, you're in a pizzeria sim. Like, you don't think it's like actually like a game that's scary. Then you're actually in a room with like 4 animatronics that are trying to kill you or do some tasks, and they're really hard to actually go against. And it's just all the whole mechanic, and also how this game was kind of a secret to the franchise after it's gotten up with any teasers or any anticipation about this game, and just posted it randomly out of nowhere, thinking everybody thinks this game is gonna be terrible, but that game's actually pretty good. And it actually added a big dick into the lore because it added new characters, added some recurring characters, and then may change characters and may have a new plot. So I put FNAF Simulator at an S tier. So if there's no S plus tier, I would move every tier down. Maybe one. I don't know. Maybe I move this one up because this one's FNAF 2 is not an E tier. I think it's not as bad. Sister Location was it's a really good game. I love it. The only problem with this location is that the storyline is like hard to beat. If you want to beat Ultimate Custom Night, it's kind of hard to get to because the game itself, the main game, is kind of hard. So I used to play on mobile a lot. I only played on mobile, and I have security Sister Location on this, and that's when my iPad was actually having problems. So the game will reset. But overall, the Ender Night, honestly, dead ass, was the most impossible thing to do on maybe because it's mobile, but the most impossible thing to do in Five Nights at Freddy's in my history of playing Five Nights at Freddy's was entered on freaking night 5. Was it night 5? Yeah, no, it was like the end of night 5, whatever you do. It was just like a random thing. It was impossible, and I mean impossible to do. But I did it, and I screamed so loud. My mom had to come in and see what I was doing. I thought I freaking died or something like that. I don't know what I was trying to say before I got cut off. Again, Enter was so hard to beat, and I did it. And I thought my parents probably was freaking got hurt so bad. I screamed so loud. I was so happy when beat entered because the game was so hard. I wanted to do but when the time that Ultimate Custom Specification came out on mobile, Ultimate Custom Night Raid came out. So I was like, oh, I want to play the game so bad. It looks so fun. I want to do it. Come on. And it was so hard, and I did beat it. And I was so relieved. Now I'm stuck on night 4 on my computer. Actually, which was actually what I was stuck on I'm on the mobile port. Night 4 on normal part took me absolutely also months to do as well. It was a challenge. It was a challenge. And I like a challenge, but that was a hard ass challenge. And then I still kept me Night 4 on my freaking computer because it's a challenge. And I'm not sure about Night 5 will be on my freaking computer, but it'll be much the hardest freaking Night 4 and Night 5 and Night 4 on mobile and Night 5 on mobile. It's so damn hard. But the game is really fun. Custom Night is even more fun. So we're going to put Fnaf 6 location at an S tier. Not S plus tier, but S tier. Because the game has little things that are hard. Like Fnaf like 2 is kind of hard with Freddy because it's kind of long and you just have to do a lot of things beforehand, like Biddy Babs. And then Night 5 Ender is impossible, but it's pretty possible. I beat the game many months ago, so I made some patches about the game. But I don't know if that actually did happen. Anyways, Fnaf World. It's a mistake of a game. Honestly, I don't hate the game that much. I never played the game before, but just like no, actually, I won't put it that harsh. That is more like it. The game is pretty bad. A lot of the characters and like inspiration from like the Fnaf World came into like other games, like some games like DD and Lobit and XOR and all that stuff. But other than like no one like knows the game because the game you can't play the game anymore. What's the point of like having these characters have in the game still? Like you know, like in FNAF Ultimate Custom Night, you see a lot of recurrences of FNAF World characters like DD and XOR and Old Man Consequences and some random characters on your desk that appear, which are just characters from FNAF World. And what you could saying, you don't get tired of my voice, or do you don't get tired of dying, will you? Which is kind of a line from the FNAF World game. This game is not fun. I never played it before. It looked kind of boring. It looked kind of weird. It looked like an Angry Birds Epic FNAF version. And it looks the quality just looks It looked like Chippers and Sons and Angry Birds Epic had a baby, and it was an ugly baby because no one likes that baby. Next game I'm gonna rating is FNAF AR. God, this game was even worse. The game was terrible. Honestly, garbage. I don't even know how the game works. I have the game, and I don't know how do you play it. That's how bad it is, and I'm like, it's confusing. It's like, I don't know, can you win? Can you, like, it's just like in your home and characters spawn at them randomly and you can reskin them sometimes. The only thing I like about FNAF AR is the weird edits with like the She Shanties song playing with like, and it's like the characters like from becoming deformed to not deformed or vice versa. And that's the only thing I like about FNAF AR, but other than that, the game is just crap. It's honestly just bad. But overall, I mean, like, it's like, I have the game. Like, yeah, it's free, or I would have the game, but damn, it sucks. Next, Freddy in Space. I've never played this game before. I remember a long time ago, April Fools, many years ago when FNAF 4 came out, maybe before this location, I don't know. Coughlin made a teaser about Freddy in Space. Was Final Fantasy 57. Which was a fun, like, a April Fool's update thing. Not a real game. I guess the game came out of it. It was probably a troll game. It's probably a troll game. I'll probably put it at a C tier because I never played the game before. But overall, decent game. I don't know. I never played the game before. The quality looks kind of good though. I like the funny joke. But the only thing I don't like is that this is like. The characters are different animated from this kind of style. The only April Fool's joke was actually like this kind of Freddy the Fazbear in space and the kind of cupcake too. But I guess the game might be cool anyways. FNAF Security Breach. Overall, the game is pretty good. The only thing that's wrong is a lot of the glitches in the game. But it makes the game more fun to play, fun to think about because it has so many glitches, so many different endings, so many different things. So the game is it's so broken that the game can be finished in 5 minutes because speedrunners found the glitches to play this game in 5 minutes. But other than that, I think the game is pretty fun. I actually never played the game before because I heard it was $40, not worth for like a kind of glitchy game and like a Five Freddy game and that. If FNAF VR is cheaper and you need a VR headset for that, it's cheaper, and I'd rather play that than Security Breach. No, not gonna lie, I'm like $40 not worth it for a game, but the game's pretty good, so I'll give it a solid B tier. B tier is a good, decent score. Kind of like FNAF Security Breach, but I also, sadly, 2 years in the making, made by Steel Wool Studios, not made by Scott Cawthon. He got canceled on Twitter for supporting Republicans or Donald Trump. Donald Trump, I don't know. Had to retire. Took 2 years to make this game, and the game came out, and it was like this. And the game is kind of not the best. Kind of sucks. Kind of honestly sucks because Scott Cawthon, great game developer. It sucks how people had to ruin for everybody because they have a political views. But anyways, FNAF Security Breach, Fury's Rage, or I think it's just Security Breach Fury's Rage, or Furry's Rage. I don't know. I don't know. I've seen this game a few times being played because it came before Security Breach. It was just a game that was played because people were waiting for Security Breach to come out, and it was like took 2 years in the making, so like they had to put something out. So they made Fury's Rage, and I don't know much about the game, so I'm just gonna put it at a B tier. Yeah, because we have put Fury's Rage at the same level as Fire's Phase 2. Yeah, I actually don't feel right now. Like, this doesn't feel right. I might swap these. Yeah. It feels a lot better now, because, my stuffy nose a little bit, I don't know why. You can't put these games at the same level as Fire's Phase 2 or Fire's Phase 4. Like, damn. These are the classics. You got this garbage. And FNAF 4 and FNAF 8 are just bad, so you can put those lower, I don't care. But this is my FNAF tier list. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you do, leave a like. In the future, I might do, like, fast food or cartoon shows, something like that, because I'm kind of interested in that. If you guys if you like the video, leave a like, subscribe, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in another video. Peace out, much, stay inside, watch, and don't drink that bleach. Stay lit.